Hey guys, I wanted to start recording some of these videos to explain what I've been through in the past month and a half or so. The first thing I wanted to explain was exactly what happened and how the surgery was performed. I had been looking at some of my past videos and noticed that there had been some comments left, and I apologize. I didn't realize that people had left comments and asked questions, so I'm going to answer those for you. What the procedure was in my case was that my surgeon made an incision, kind of like an upside down V underneath and in between my breasts, used forceps and pulled the skin apart so that he could make the space larger, cut the muscle tissue around it, pulled that back as well, and then he took a saw, cut 8 ribs, the 8 ribs touching my sternum, and then took 2 metal bars that are stainless steel. They do not disintegrate. I know that was someone's question, whether the metal was stainless or it was some kind of manufactured plastic or it disintegrated on its own. It's stainless steel. It almost looks like an erector set. For those of you who are old enough to realize what that is, just a long metal bar with holes all the way across it so that they can fit screws in wherever it fits on your body. So after they sawed my ribs, they lifted up my sternum, screwed in these 2 bars to my sternum, and then lifted it where it needed to be and screwed those 2 bars on an outer part of my ribs, only 2 of them, to lift my sternum up. So the other 6 ribs are not attached to anything at this point. I don't honestly know if they're going to heal to anything other than to my muscle tissue, but those bars are attached about 1 inch apart. I have x-rays. I'm going to try to figure out how to make a video out of all the pictures that I have taken and pictures of the x-rays and all that stuff. But they're just kind of attached to them. They're never supposed to come out. There are some times during the NUS procedure, which is the second kind of procedure for this, or the ravage, where they take the metal bars back out, but in my case, they're going to stay in there and until I die. So he attached those, cleaned up the area, put 2 tubes in, one on either side, to clear out any extra fluid that may form, because fluid forms around your organs when things are being cut or moved around. There's extra blood and extra cells that form fluid. So 2 tubes were put in, and then the tubes were stitched into my skin so that they wouldn't move, and they have little containers on the ends of them to catch anything that came out, and they were emptied about twice a day by the nurses. And then he he stitched the incision closed. It's about 6 inches long. He stitched it closed underneath my skin. Those stitches disintegrate, and then he put glue on the outside of the incision just to make sure it didn't open. So luckily for me, when he made the incision, they used something to cauterize the nerves and the fat and all the cells in the area so that I wouldn't bleed out. So the incision was numb for about 4.5 weeks, and I didn't feel it. I feel it now, but I didn't then. And the incision is absolutely fine. No infections, no problems. It looks really good. The surgeon I had a very steady hand. Hopefully this incision will go away. The scar will go away over time. Otherwise, I'll just never be able to wear a bikini again, which is not the end of the world. But the tubes came out about 4 days after the surgery because nothing was left in the little reserve boxes. So that's how the surgery was done. My next video I'll explain some of the issues I had after I woke up from surgery, and there are going to be some videos to talk about some complications that I've had that they warn you about, but they're not very normal, that it's not a common thing. But I will get back to you guys. I didn't want to make a really long video and bore you. So I will see you guys later, and I hope that this helped you out and answer your questions. If you have any more, just leave me a comment and I will answer as many questions as you guys would like me to. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!